Mariah.
Mariah Carey.
Oh my God, don't you feel good, favorite listeners, listening to that? Didn't you know all the words to that? And guess who's on the line? Hello, Mariah Carey.
Hello, Gayle King.
Hey,
I love
didn't you?
that. Was that the extravaganza? I love the extravaganza.
I know, didn't you like it? Hey, did you know all the words?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so here, Mariah Carey, listen to you.
I wrote them.
I know, it brought back so many memories. So listen to this. In a 30-year career, 200 million records, 5 Grammys, 34 nominations, 19 number one songs, 28 top hit songs. So you have all of that. And then now you have Mariah Carey, number one best-selling author of the New York Times bestsellers list. When I look at this list, Mariah Carey, you are in the number one position. So what does that mean to you, author Carey?
Oh, my gosh. First of all, I am so thankful to you and to all of the incredible people that have been so supportive of this process, because I knew everybody was going to be like, oh, it's going to be a celebrity tabloidy thing. And truly, I really, really wanted to do this book from the place of emancipating the little girl who nobody knew before I became a well-known person in the industry or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
I know you talk about, favorite listeners, if you want to talk to Mariah, our number is 888-947-8277, 888-947-8277. You talk about in the book, Mariah, that you wrote this book for the little girl who lived a lot of time when she was afraid. This little girl named Mariah was afraid for most of her life. What was she afraid of?
Oh, wow. So many things. Honestly, I was thinking about it the other day, and it's interesting that you should ask me that. And you got me at quite the introspective moment, because as you know, I've been working all night on something
Yes, you
else.
have.
I haven't gotten a chance to soak this in. So you're giving me this chance, and I thank you for letting me live in this moment for a moment and revel in it. But, you know, I was afraid of just the way that I grew up. There were a lot of unsafe situations. This is not to say anything negative about anybody, but
yes,
it was a very sort of, bohemian doesn't even encapsulate it. It was very just kind of like flying by the seat of my pants existence as a child. And so I had to sort of become the matriarch as a little girl.
Of the family, yeah. And you were the youngest.
When I made my own money, I was clearly taking care of everybody. But aside from that, just as a kid, survival. I was scared because I was always in that place of having to be protective of myself and trying to. There were very, very scary people in my life, and it's all detailed in the book. But you know,
I've read the book.
It's hard to encapsulate it. It's hard to encapsulate it.
I know, but Mariah, it gave, I thought, such insight into how you've grown up, because when people think Mariah Carey, they may think she's a diva. She is. I know. Do you embrace the diva title, or are you offended by the diva? Hey, do you see yourself as a diva?
No, I feel like diva is so overused, just as a word. I mean, everybody's a diva of whatever their occupation. I actually have the exact definition, my definition of diva in the book, because I feel like, there are very many ways to take it. I'm not insulted by it, but I didn't grow up, let's put it this way. I was not a princess. I was not privileged. I did not have anything handed to me. And, most people don't know what it means to see life from many sides. And I've written about that in my songs for years, but if no one took the time to look at those album cuts, not the hits that you just played, but the album cuts, the deep cuts that cut deep for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you tell a lot about yourself in your music. But when did you know that you even had this voice and could do this? When did you know?
Well, I have to say that music has always been and I use this as one of my songs, Saving Grace. It's always been my saving grace. Even as a child, when I would be scared and things would be happening in my household, or, I felt alone or whatever, I would go and make up melodies and write down words and stuff. And I do say, it's a complicated relationship with my mother, but she did encourage me. And because she was a professional opera singer, she did sort of make it seem like it was a real aspiration, not just a pipe dream, to actually become a professional singer, because she had been an opera singer but gave it up, later on.
Yeah, but you've had something special for a very long time. Tracy from Texas, hello and welcome. You're talking to Mariah Carey. Listen, Tracy, you could talk to me, lovely Alexis, or Mariah Carey. Who do you want to talk to?
I would love to talk to all of you, but I'm calling for Mariah.
Okay, Tracy, go ahead.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, thank you so much, Gayle. Hello, and hello, lovely Alexis. Mariah, I'm calling because I'm such a huge fan. I remember the first time I ever saw you. You were on Entertainment Tonight, and you were singing Vision of Love. And I said, who is that? And I've been a fan ever since. I love you then, and I love you now.
What did you love about her voice, Tracy? What did you love about her voice?
Gayle, it was just so different. It was so very unique. I had never heard a voice quite like yours. Yeah. And you still have it.
Well, I know you still have it, yes. I know, Mariah, yeah.
No, it's been it's a struggle, because you get into a thing where, that's your thing. And by the way, thank you for saying that, because Vision of Love is a song I wrote, and I never thought that was going to be a hit song.
You didn't? I had a vision of love. Oh, I love that song too. Whoa.
No, but you know why? It wasn't what was going on at the time in radio. Certainly not pop radio, not even R&B radio. I was so proud because it went to #1 first on the R&B charts. And for me, it wasn't a typical song or record. And I was shocked that the label even wanted to go with it. But I was very, very happy, and still am very proud of the song. But it does, to your point about you still have it, you don't still have it. I've been through ups and downs, and we all go through that as singers and as artists. But I mean, it's actually been really healing to be able to not have to be on the road and to just be able to focus on singing and writing.
So there is something good that has come out of this pandemic. It has forced us to take a time out, slow down, reflect, to do all of that. I think it's interesting, Mariah, you said you didn't think Vision of Love was going to be a hit. Was there a song that you sang that you said, I know that's a hit? Do you have a song like that?
It's funny. I used to be so passionate about stuff and go to war with the label. So Fantasy, I heard you play the pop version of Fantasy before, and I was like, wow, I wonder if Gayle likes this song, because it's one of my favorites. And I talk about it in the book, recording it and working with Old Dirty Bastard, and just, how shocking that was to people. And the label was like, why do you even want to do this? And I'm like, well, if they ever saw his actual album cover and heard some of his subject matter.
Yeah, but you stood your ground on that, and you were right. Nick, hello from D.C. You're talking to Mariah.
Hi.
Hi, Nick. Nick?
Oh, we have Nick on the phone? Uh-oh.
Yep. Hello. Oh, can you hear me?
Hi, Nick. Yes, you have a question for Mariah?
Yes, I do. So, Mariah, just right off the bat, I just wanted to let you know that I am a huge, huge, huge lamb. I'd love to.
A lamb?
Now. Yeah.
A lamb.
I love the lamb.
I know you do.
We are Lamb-a-lee. Yep.
Yes.
And I just wanted to let you know that, throughout my life, your songwriting and your music has just been, there for me, my whole entire life. There's been times where I've just felt alone, and, I felt like nobody could understand me, but I would always go back to your music, and it always just, touched me. with songs like Outside, Close My Eyes, especially Can't Take That Away. Like, that song saved my life. And I just wanted to, like, thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. And you know what? Thank you for mentioning those particular songs, Nick, because I know you know most people don't know them. But I think if you did read the book, which is what Gayle was, like, really wanting to talk about today, and I'm so thankful to her for that, and to you for calling in, because those songs have been telling this story for years. Close My Eyes and Outside are pretty much, and Looking In are pretty much the book, and Can't Take That Away. So, you know, that's for us, the Lamely, who know those songs, but hopefully people that will, you know, read the book, because we know their subject matter and stuff, and we'll hear those songs and see, oh, wow, this has been a constant theme. It's not like a brand new thing. And that's what we know as the Lamely.
I love the Lamely. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for calling. You know, Mariah, it's so interesting to me how your fans feel about you. You do write about this in the book, because even on your wedding day, the big wedding, you had the wedding of life when you married Tommy Mottola. Bruce Springsteen is there, and Barbra Streisand, and all this A-list celebrities are there. And the thing on your mind that day was what, that you say in the book, was what?
I was turning around and waving to that ocean of fans that they just made me feel, from the first time I didn't even know I was famous. I talk about that in the book too. I didn't know. I was very much kept kind of away from the world as a young artist. And then, you know, knowing that I had a group of people that cared about me and cared about my music and related to me in that way changed my life and my opinion of myself and made me feel worthy. You know, I didn't feel worthy of life before that.
So, you know, what's great is, as much as a fan cared about you, you cared about them. And Mariah, I thank you so much for calling in today. We have to go. We're going to take a break, but maybe you'll come back to talk about your project that you're working on now when it comes out around Christmas time.
We'd love to hear it.
Because we would love to have you back. You can see you're very loved here on the Gayle King in the House show. I really appreciate you taking the time.
I love you and thank you and appreciate you for taking the time. And have a great night. I know you got a big week ahead of you. So
we do. But can I mention the name of the book one more time? The #1 best-selling author in the country. Her name is Mariah Carey, and the name of her book is The Meaning of Mariah Carey. Congratulations, Mariah. You know, people write their whole lives and they don't even make it to the bestsellers list, much less #1, and you made it #1. So you go.
Oh, well,
Bravo.
Everybody listening, you. Love you, Gayle.
Bravo. Love you too, Mariah Carey. Bye.
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 Bye. We ran over.